Are you able to see my screen? Just confirm me, I'll start the session. Perfect. Okay. Right, people. So welcome all of you for this business intelligence using Power BI session. Okay. So here, what I've done is I've got some topics for you people. Okay. I will just walk you through all these things. And also I'll give you the steps how actually you can learn this Power BI in a very simple way, master it, and you can work on any kind of projects you get individually. Okay. Right. So first of all, if you want, I can give you this document for you people. This I just let me tell you very frankly. I made these topics, the list I made. I used ChatGPT and it gave me very nice content. Don't think that this guy is very genius. He's typing all these things. So no. Then you might ask if ChatGPT is doing all these things, then why are we coming here? We can learn by ourselves. We can do that as well. But there should be someone who can guide. ChatGPT will not guide you 100%. It will only give you information. Okay. So people, why I told this in the beginning only is you people also should start using AI tools. This is the trend now. This is what you have to do so that you can get more information. But for that, your foundation should be strong. Just because ChatGPT is in all, it's giving all the details, you cannot just blindly believe that. Right? So that's what I'm telling. I also use ChatGPT here to prepare this document, but I've used my experience, my own content, and after that, I just polished it so that it will be very easy for people to understand. Okay. All right. So first of all, anybody who wants to learn Power BI, first thing you understand that why this tool is actually used in the industry. You buy a mobile, correct? Everyone, we have a mobile now, Android, then we have iOS, that is Apple phone and all. Some people actually go for Android, some people go for, say, iOS, what is that, Apple phone. Why everyone will not go to Android, everyone will not go to Apple? Because it's their own interest, correct? Same thing is for Tableau and Power BI. Some people actually take Apple because they have a lot of money or say they want to show off saying that, we have Apple product. Similarly, the companies actually will try to take some, products from Tableau or some products from Power, right? But we have to first plan which one I have to take, which one I have to implement. Okay. Now you guys have decided Power BI. Let's assume that you guys have decided to take Power BI. So based on that, we'll try to learn the steps, what all we have to go step by step, right? Okay. First of all, whenever you think that I want to work on Tableau, Power BI, or any business intelligence tools, first thing is you should understand what is BI. Why? Because the purpose of using Power BI is BI. We can use Excel also. We can use just PPT as well. We can use Word file as well if it was only for presentation. I've seen many people, nowadays in Instagrams, YouTube and all, you can see suddenly, you open on the YouTube, one person will come. I don't want to name that. Suddenly one person will come, will say, within 2 days, you can become master. Pay 99 rupees, you can become master. Right? These things, I'll tell you, I can challenge you, it's not possible. And they say that, it's a very powerful, what is that, visualization tool. We can create charts and all. Can't we create that in Excel as well? We can do it, but there are some advanced features. There are some features which Power BI has got some specialization. So that we'll have to understand. Why? Because see, this business intelligence, that is the reason why we actually use this Power BI or Tableau, MicroStrategy, ClickView. There are so many list of softwares like that, say tools like that. What is business intelligence? Let me tell you. See, for understanding this business intelligence, let's go little, back and understand what is analytics. Suppose I have a data. Nowadays, you can see that, you go anywhere, everything is data. Everything is data. I go to hospital, they'll take your details, your data is registered. Forget that. You go to, say ATM, draw money, your data. Everything is data now. You take any industry, data is there. You open a Gmail account, your account, the data is captured. Instagram account, data is captured. You go to purchase something online, everything is captured. Go to Zepto, Amazon, everything, all your data is captured. But they want to do the analysis. You might get some messages and all from Amazon, Flipkart, Zepto, all this. They'll be sending some messages for you. Some offers are there for the premium customers and all. How will they know? They will see your activities. How will they see the activities? By the transaction you do. That is how they're capturing the data, right? So they analyze. They start analyzing which customer is actually purchasing more from us. What all kind of products they are actually trying to purchase. You would have seen, if you keep purchasing something on a costumes, right, cosmetics or something, you will get some ads on that only, right? Because they want to grab the attention so that, any new products you people will be purchased. All this will happen based on the analysis what we actually do. This is called as analytics. That means I have some huge data. I'm trying to make people understand that, okay, see, this is the product and this has been sold, this much in this area for this many days. So you do all this kind of analysis. You go to if you have your, Instagram account or say YouTube account, you go, there'll be one, tab called as analytics. You click on that. Who has watched your videos? First thing is male, female. How many of them are male? How many of them female watched? Age wise, how many of them watched 24 years, 25 years, 30 years? Yes or no? You just go and see if you want. This is called as analytics. Now, what is data analytics? What is business analytics? I'll tell because this session was happened last week. So you can check that video. I'm just briefing so that people will understand and connect to the business intelligence. Business analytics is nothing but people when let's say XYZ company, they're not running properly, they're not having some business properly, they have some issues. What they do is they'll consult some people, they want to grow their business. So there will be a person called as, a business analyst. He'll go and he'll try to understand what actually is the problem, what suggestions we can give. Then they'll start explaining everything. Then this business analyst will ask for the data. Now the data, can he carry in a suitcase or some drum or something, some some basket or something? No, the data will be somewhere in some containers, right? So what are those containers? Database. Yes or no? Can I carry that in a bag? No. The business analyst will ask people how the data is actually stored. They'll say, we have the data in Excel file. We have the data in CSV files, or we have SQL server, MySQL. Have you understood? This is where the data is stored. Now, this business analyst will not know anything about it. Now, even business analyst has to be, equipped with all this knowledge. But just let's think that the actual work of business analyst. You know what he does? He say, okay, you give us the data. What I'll do is I'll go to my company and I'll speak to my team and we'll see what best suggestion we can give. He'll straight away come to whom you'll meet. You'll meet his manager and a person called as data analyst. That data analyst, what he will do? He will try to take the data. Now, he will first understand which format the data is. Remember, I was asking him that, have you done your project? The project is started. First thing I asked is, how is the data? Which is the data format, correct? He told CSV. Yes or no? Why did we ask that is? First thing should come in your mind is the data, in which format it is, where is the data? If you understand the database, I'll tell you, the next step will be very easy. Main thing is data. That's why I always tell everyone, see, try to understand first the data, say SQL Server, Excel, CSV, all this file. If you understand the data, if you are able to read the data, Power BI is easy. If you don't know anything about data, Power BI still you can learn, but it is slightly difficult to handle the data. Okay, done. Now what the data analyst will do is, he will collect all the information, then he will see what all reports I can create. Why the reports? This is what will come in mind. Let's go back to our IPL matches. We watch IPL matches, right? Very interesting, very commercialized, everything. You see, while watching the match, suddenly one chart will come, a pie chart, line chart, a bar chart or something. Why do they do that? Because for us, we don't have time. First of all, the format is very short period, correct? IPL match is very 20 overs. In that, we have to show a lot of other things. They have to show ads. In that, they also have to show the score so that we understand in fraction of seconds. Yes. So if I keep on adding all the scores numbers, say first over, XYZ batsman, ABC batsman this much, by the time we read only, it will go. But if they show it in a chart, within fraction of seconds, we can understand, right? There will be a chart, line chart. You can see two lines are going. First team, 20 overs, they made this much of score, over by over. Then you can see one red dot. What is the red dot? Wicket. Correct. So it is very easy for us to understand by seeing the visualization. So keeping this in mind, understand the psychology of the people, they started developing all these business intelligence tools. That is Power BI, Excel, or any other tools. Now this data analyst, what he will do is, because he knows how to actually clean the data, in that now it has been split. There are some people who are called as data engineers who actually work more on data, because the data now they are storing in cloud. The huge data. Small projects, fine. But you have to go and you have to store, that AWS, Azure and all will come under that. But for us, as of now, we don't want that. We just understand about the SQL Server or Excel. That is more than enough. No worries. Now this data analyst, what he will do is he'll understand the entire thing, create all the reports, and he'll hand it over to the business analyst again. What business analyst will do? He will go back again to the client, carrying all the information, and he will show, see, this is the problem. In this area, you're not performing properly. That is called as insight. Have you understood the process of taking the raw data, analyzing it, converting that into a meaningful, presentable reports is called as business intelligence. Understood? I take the raw data, converting that into a presentable reports by analyzing. That is called as business intelligence. To do this task, we need some software. So we have something called as BI tools specifically for these kind of things. What are those? Tableau, Power BI, then we have TIBCO, then we have ClickView, ClickSense. There are hundreds of softwares. In that, Power BI and Tableau is making a very big name. Why? First thing is Tableau and Power BI are very easy to learn. In that, Power BI is more on use, more on demand because it is freely available. And third thing is, it is just the extension of Excel. People who have already learned Excel, Power BI is very easy because it is just a little more advanced version of Excel. That's all. Few things are there, yes. Some slight complexity are there, like DAX or something, but otherwise, it is easier than Excel. If you ask me, in Excel, at least for creating all the reports and all, we have to arrange the data. But in Power BI, it's not like that. Drag and drop, your reports are ready. But you should know what to drag, where to drop. Understood now? So this was the background. I just wanted to give you people the heads on so that the people will understand why actually we are learning. People who are spending 15,000, 20,000, or say people who are coming for the entire package 60,000, 70,000. If you don't know the purpose, you are the loser. I'll get the fees. That's all. I'm least bothered. I'll get some fees. I'm happy. But people, if you are not getting the right information, who will be the loser? People have come here trusting me, right? So I should give you the right information. We take 1 or 2 days extra, but make sure that you people will understand right from the root, right from the scratch. Okay, so this is about the business intelligence. Don't think that this is nothing to do with your Power BI. This is very important. Power BI is just a tool. It is just a software, it's just an application. But you should know the concept. You should know how actually we can represent my data. Okay, right. So here, next, we'll understand about what is Power BI and the components here and how is it different from Power BI, Tableau and Excel. Okay, fine. Power BI is what? Power BI is a business intelligence tool. Just now I told. This is from which company? It is from Microsoft. Okay, it's a Microsoft product. Now, in this Power BI, we have various different components as well. What are those? Say, I have Power BI desktop. That's what will be done. Main thing is learn Power BI desktop. Next, whatever is there, that is easy to handle. Then we have the service. Power BI desktop is what we'll be learning. I'll show you how to install that as well. Then what is Power BI service? Power BI service is nothing but the online version of Power BI. It is called as Power BI Service or Power BI Online. For this, we need to have the credentials to log in. What are those credentials? Either you should have a private domain, like we have this ITS Infosys.com, or you should have Microsoft 365 license. Otherwise, you cannot log in. Now you can question me, why can't we log in? We have authorized, verified Gmail, Rediffmail, Hotmail. Why can't we log in? They don't allow. Why? The reason is we get some space. If it is online, that means we need to have the space. That is called as the cloud. Cloud is nothing but the online servers where we actually store the data, not exactly online servers, but there are servers which are located in, say, Microsoft. You can see that AWS and all those things. We can store the data. There is a space which is given to us to store the data. I have my website. You people will open the website somewhere, right? But how will that be opening? We have to store that file somewhere, right? If I put it in my laptop, will you be able to access it? No, it should be online so that everyone can actually access that. But that should be secured, right? So for that reason, Power BI, you cannot log in unless and until you don't have the right credentials. So we will be learning this Power BI desktop and service. But otherwise, we also have some components where we have this mobile, where we can see the reports, the mobile. We have something called as gateway. So I'll not go in depth of all this because these are all different chapters. Once we come to the chapter, I'll explain. Now I'll just briefly explain what we learn. Gateway. Gateway, we also can call it as bridge. I have the Power BI application. I have a database. Every time I update the data, the reports has to get updated automatically. Why? Because I need to have the latest data. If you want to get the latest data, I have to keep on saying refresh, right click, refresh, right click, refresh, or we have a button, refresh. But what Gateway will do is Gateway will get connected. It will connect your Power BI reports. It will connect your, the database. We can schedule saying that 5 o'clock today it has to refresh. It will refresh. Or, you have some time. You have to keep refreshing. It will refresh. Okay, got it. Likewise, so we have more other components also in that. Report builder is also one. Report builder means we can build the reports. Some hard copies if you want to take or something. We can create some reports like that. So these are some of the components. And anyways, we all know that what is the difference between these things. I already told you. Power BI is from Microsoft. Tableau is from Salesforce. And again, Microsoft Excel is also from Microsoft only. Here, most of the companies now they've got shifted to Power BI. And some of them actually have got shifted to Tableau. Tableau is paid and it's very costly. So people will come back to Power BI only. But Excel, it is very easy and it is available in all the laptops. They'll start working. But the problem is, if you want to create some reports, it is slightly difficult in Excel because we have to arrange the data. But Power BI is already inbuilt, just drag and drop that. Okay, right. Next, next is installation. Okay, this installation, most of the people will say, sir, I don't know installing, very difficult. Even I have that problem actually. If you ask me about SQL Server, MySQL and all, even I feel afraid because there are a lot of technical things what you have to keep in mind. You ask me any queries, I can write them. But coming to this hardware things, installing and all, even I get scared. But Power BI is not like that. Very easy. Let me show you how you can install, what version I can install. If you want to install Power BI, what I'll do is, let me go here. Okay, let's say Power BI desktop download. Okay, there are so many links. I'll just try to open the right one. Okay, when I always get confused. Okay, the right one is this. Can you see this? We have this Microsoft Power BI website. Here we have Microsoft Power BI desktop. We can see there is one button called as download. What is there, sir? I'll click on that, it will download. Yes, that's all. But when I click on this download, It will not download. It asks for again which version to install. The people, if you see here, there are two versions. What I used to do in the beginning, I have to download because previously we were not able to get all these things directly. So what I used to do, I used to download both. Then later I came to know every month they are updating it. So it is freely available, so I don't have to download. But there is one problem. Even I am actually thinking here, instead of again and again downloading it and installing every month with their updates, they can make it online. It should update by itself. So that time, what happens? It will be very easy. Why again and again, again and again? It's like very tedious job. Okay, so this doubt I have, maybe I think more than me, there are so many other genius also. They also would have had this say idea. Maybe they have their own strategy of business. They will correct it soon. Okay, all right. But which one to choose? Now, which one to choose? I'll tell you how to choose the version what I want to install. Here, just observe this. It says Power BI Desktop and Power BI Desktop underscore x64. Okay, so we have two versions. One is 64-bit, other one is 32-bit. But how will I know that my system, my operating system is 32-bit or 64-bit? Let me show you. Let's go to our Explorer, and here I have this PC. Okay, we'll go to this PC, right click, and say Properties. Okay, when I right click on this PC and say Properties, you can see that it'll say about this particular system. Just scroll down. You can see here I have the system type. Yes. What is the version I have? 64-bit. Can you see this? It says X64. Simple. Now what I'll do, I'll go here and I'll understand that, okay, this is my version what I have to install. And I'll say download. Now if I click on this download, it's 797. It will take some time. But people, every month there will be some update. So you can install it every month. No problem. It's free. Okay. So you don't have to uninstall and install. Directly you can install. It will get updated. Done. So here I'll again not go and keep on installing because it will take some time. So you just go, exe file will be there. Double click on that. Next. You don't have to enter any credentials. It will install. Now you might ask, sir, I don't have the credentials for logging in for online. Don't worry. You can create a Microsoft account for certain times. A 60 days trial period will be there. You can install that, but make sure that you utilize that within 60 days. Okay, because it lasts for your mobile number and things like that. If you have one more mobile number, create one more ID, another 60 days you enjoy, no problem. But make sure that you will learn properly. Okay, done. So otherwise, if you already have the ID, it's fine. Sir, I don't have the trial period version also. What will I do? No worries. For desktop, you don't need any credentials for desktop for practicing. You need all these credentials only for the online services. That we'll see later. So whenever you're practicing, what you do is don't create your trial thing unless and until you learn everything. After that, you create so that you will still have 60 days. Now I started Power BI. I'll take my trial period. All the 60 days will work only on desktop. Then finally you'll say, oh, no. Don't do that. You master everything. Desktop is done. Then when you need that particular login, then you go and create so that you'll get that 60 days only for services. 60 days is more than enough actually. 10 days is enough actually. 10 days. But still you have 60 days, you can still work. Done? All of you? Fine. Okay. So installation, you people, I want all of you to install this so that once I start my practicals, people have to work. Today also I'll show you a few things, but from tomorrow we'll go deep completely into practicals. Done all of you? Installation? Fine. Next, after the installation, everything is done. Now I start working. This is where our actual work starts. First thing is we will connect to data source. We call it as get data. Get data means you're trying to get the data. Any business intelligence tools, or even if you take Excel, without data, we cannot work anything. We need to have data, right? So we have something called as get data, and we are trying to import the data. This I'll show you various different data sets. Tomorrow I'll show you this. Practical. There are, various different, see here, we have various different data sources. Okay. So I'll just show you how actually you can import the data, CSV, Excel, text file, SQL server, all this, how you can connect, I'll be showing you. Okay, it's called as get data. That means I'm trying to import the data to my Power BI project, what I'm working. Okay, done. Next, after I get the data, the next thing is I need to modify the data, transform the data. Why? Because the data what I import will not always be clean. You bring vegetables from the shop. Directly will you start cooking? No. What do? We wash it neatly. We'll cut that into the format, the dish what we're actually trying to prepare, correct? Why do we do that? Because my dish, whatever I'm doing, it should be very tasty, very neat, correct? Similarly, if you want my dashboard to be good, I have to clean the data. I have to format the data. I have to arrange the data. This is called as Power Queries. Okay. Power queries are nothing but we are trying to transform the data. When I say transform the data, it doesn't mean that I'll remove all some of the data or say, I'll split the data and all. It will include right from the structure of the data, the restructuring of the data, removing unwanted things, removing duplicates, splitting the data. So many things are involved in this. Hundreds of tasks we can do, depending on my requirement, depending on the data we have to decide. Some people, what they do, just because they've learned Power BI, they'll think that, okay, I'll take the data and they'll take all the steps. Now I'll split the data. Now I'll delete the data. I'll remove the duplicates. If that is not required for your project, why are you doing all these things? Whatever is required, only that you have to. Okay, done. So the Power Queries are nothing but it is also called as ETL. Extract, transform, and load. ETL tools, there are separate tools itself for that. But here, this Power Queries is actually implemented in the Power BI itself. Okay, but Tableau, we don't have the, say editor inside the Tableau. So we have to work outside. That's called as Tableau prep. Okay. If anybody is interested to, attend the Tableau classes, 12:30, there is Tableau classes as well. You can attend that also. Okay. All right, 12:30 Tableau and 2:30 Power BI. Okay. All right. So here I'll not go and explain all these things because we have a separate chapter for that. You can see here what I've done is for our Power Queries. You can see here. See, all these are different steps. Apart from this, I have more other advanced things as well because now we have more other things which have come. I'll include that also. Don't worry. Okay. So this is Power Queries. To work on this Power Queries, we have an editor called as Power Query Editor. And people, I will be teaching you considering even Excel as well because in Excel also we have same thing. The people who have already finished your Excel, it's fine. But suppose if you're not joined Excel, but still joined Power BI, I will be telling you about how actually you can use this in Excel also, so that if you are working on Excel, you can use the same Power Queries, same queries are there. Okay, done. The next one, after Power Queries. Okay, these are all, they all come under the Power Queries only. Okay. Next is data modeling. People, let me tell you what is this data modeling is. Say data modeling means I have the data, but the data will not come in one single table. It will come from various different data sources. Let me tell you what is data source. Data source means from where the data is coming, the source of data. It can be CSV, it can be text, it can be any other things, right? So data source means from where actually we are getting the data. It can be from anywhere, but it is still coming inside Power BI, right? It is coming inside Power BI. Unless and until it is coming into Power BI, it is of different data source. Once it is coming inside, everything is same. Data works same, but you have to connect each other. One is from SQL Server, one is from Excel, one is from CSV, different data sources. I'll try to connect them and then start creating reports. This is called as data modeling. The joins, the relationship what we create, it can be one to one, one to many, many to one, many to many. So these kind of relationships are there. That we'll be learning here. Why should we do that? Because if the data is in one single table, data modeling is nothing. But if the data is from various different data sources, various different tables, then we'll have to connect each other and then we have to create the report. But for that, the data should be proper. Okay, so that we'll be learning here in this data modeling. Okay, right. After this, DAX. Okay, let me make it very simple for you people. What is DAX? DAX is nothing but it is data analysis expressions. Now, what is expression? Expression is nothing but the formula what we write. Usually, this formula is actually used for the data what we have to analyze that we are trying to create these expressions. Same thing what we have in Excel. Almost the Excel functions are available here also, but the way they work is slightly different. That we learn here in this. This is one of the main topics in Power BI. Because people, I'll tell you, in the industry, you have a designation for DAX developer itself. Like what we have this SQL developer, we have DAX developer also. Their job is to develop the some complex DAX functions. Sorry, the DAX expressions, not functions. DAX expressions. There are more than 250 DAX functions actually. Not everything you have to learn. But if you still want to learn, you can go to my YouTube channel. I have all the explanation for that, right from basic to advanced. Okay, so here we learn about various different DAX, right from basic, advanced. Everything I'll teach you. And if you are really interested in that DAX, becoming a DAX developer, I have a book actually with the solved materials with very complex queries and all for the entire thing with the supporting files I have. I'll share that with you. You can keep that with you for your reference. Use it. It's very costly book actually, but still it's a soft copy what I have. For my students, I'll give it so that you people can use it for your references. Okay, done. So we understood about DAX. Next, all this comes under DAX. Next is visualization. This is the main reason why we all actually learn Power BI. That is visualizations. What are visualizations? Visualizations are nothing but the pictorial format of the numbers what we have. The pictorial representation. In Excel, we call it as charts. Here, we call it as visualizations. But here we have map. We can also have the images, infographics. Apart from that, we also have AI visualizations. Artificial intelligence visualizations are there. Then we have something called as question answers, key influencers. Okay, decomposition tree. Very nice charts are there. We'll work on that. I told you, right? I'll be teaching you about ChatGPT or any other AI tools which will help us in creating advanced reports. You have to use it. Okay, I'll tell you how to actually use AI also. But don't only depend on AI. You have to make your foundation strong. I'll tell you people, if your foundation is stronger, if you people can actually handle this even manually, then you can use any AI tools. You see, just one simple example. A mechanic, if you become a driver, he'll be a very nice driver. But if you just are only driving, it's very difficult to handle your system. Yes or no? It's very difficult to handle your vehicle. If he's a mechanic and still he's a driver, he knows how to drive or ride. But if you're just a driver, then something goes wrong, you have to wait for someone. Same thing will happen. That's why I'll always teach from scratch so that if people can, something goes wrong, you can handle it. That's what I told them. I'll make you people master who can work on any projects individually. But you should also have that interest. I can prepare very nice dish. I can keep it in front of you. If you're not interested to eat, I cannot, feed you, force you. Correct? Right, people? So these are visualizations. There are so many visualizations right from scratch, from column chart to very high-end decomposition, KPIs and everything will be done. Right. Next comes filters. These are all some components what we have in Power BI, which will help us in making our dashboards, reports dynamic. Filters. I have drop downs. I have 10 different products. And I want to create a chart such a way that the product where the sales have happened from January to December. The 10 products, I cannot create 10 different charts. I'll create one chart and I'll connect to the drop down. If I select product one, I'll get product one details. Yes, that's how the dashboard should be, right? Otherwise, we create all the 10 charts and again one, for sales for 10 charts, for profit 10 charts, again growth 10 charts. There is no use. Then the client will become, will think, oh my God, what is this? Okay. All right. So we have the slicers, filters, slicers, and drill through. All are actually a different type of filters actually. Okay. All right. Next, bookmarks, buttons, navigations. Bookmark means I have a view. I can have a button. Click on that, only that view will be there. Buttons. I want to actually, go to some particular report. The buttons, right? In website and all, we have the buttons and all, buttons. Navigations. From this page to another page, I have to go. For that, I can use buttons. So that will be working. These are all not much technical actually, but very interesting to develop your dashboards. Okay. After that, okay. So we have some more here. That is conditional formatting. These are all comes under the formatting of it. Conditional formatting we have. Okay. So few other things are there. Anyways, it will be included here in this. Then after that, you're trying to publish. Now, what is publish? This is where I need that particular, what is that? The ID credentials. Now, if you see this Power BI service, so we are trying to publish. To tell you very, in a simple way, publishing is nothing but all the reports what we have created, the entire dashboard in desktop, we'll take that and we'll put it in another place that is called as cloud. It is like, just say, I have my project in my laptop. I'll insert one pen drive, copy that data. I'll give it to your laptop. You are saving it in your laptop. But are they connected? No, they're not connected. If I do any updates here, that will not be updated in your laptop. So what I'll do, I'll take this entire reports and I'll put it in cloud so that if I do any changes online, that reflect to everyone who are accessing. To access that, you have to give permission. The permissions are either I can view or I can edit. The view option, the view permission is given to whom? The outside people who just have to see. The edit permission is given to what? Within the organization only for my people. Understood? Exactly. If you worked on Google Sheets, the Google Drive. Understood? So if you have already worked on Google Sheets or Google Drive, the same concept. There also multiple people can access. There also we can start editing all the reports and all, whatever the data is there, we can keep entering. Correct? But only if you have permission. Otherwise, done. Okay. Next, sharing, security, and the row level securities and all. Say, I have the data, right? I just now I told you that permission should be given for the right people, right? Now let's say I have 4 regions, north, east, west, and south. All 4 managers are in the same company. Now imagine the north person should not see the south data. The east person should not see all the other 3 regions data. So we have to give permissions. So we give the security saying that, this much of records, these rows are only for this fellow. You're giving permissions. You're assigning the roles. So those things we'll discuss here. Okay. Then we'll work on a project, a complete project, which it's a common everywhere. We can know why I actually do some common projects is it is very easy for you to first you should have that confidence of working on a project. Straight away, if I give some real-time project, very difficult, and people will think that, oh my God, this is really difficult for me. I cannot do. But people, let me tell you, I've seen some webinars, I've seen some people in YouTube's and all. They show your, some reports and all, how it will be. They'll create one chart. For that, they'll think that this is the, something very advanced charts. No, I'll tell you, there are some students, okay, especially one person, his name is Vinay, okay. So he attended my Kannada webinar and I gave some data. The data is what I have worked, the real-time data. He has done a very wonderful job. Okay. Like that, there are many other people who actually are more interested. Even there is one person, Sagar. Okay, so they are already they have finished their courses. They are working on that particular project. So these people see in the beginning itself, I told if you work on some projects, you'll get to learn a lot of things. So people, I'll tell you, whatever I'm teaching here, don't think that I'll teach 100%. Even I would have missed something, or even I would have not explored that. But when you start working on some projects, let me agree that okay. So here I'm not telling, no, I'm not here to tell that okay, I know everything. I'll teach you everything. It's not possible. Some people might not say, but I'll tell very frankly. But even I explore a lot of things. There are sometimes you might miss because I would have not come across that time. But let me tell you, if you start working on some projects, it will become like you start exploring lot many things. You will learn by yourself, product. Okay. Don't worry, that kind of projects I have, I'll be keep giving you the data. I'll also guide you. But sometimes what happens, I might be busy, I might not actually respond to you immediately. But yes, I will respond. You have to keep pushing, saying that, sir, I've done my project, sir, I want this data. So you should keep asking me. That time, we'll also know that. Otherwise, what happens? I'll give some project and I'll totally forget. Because I have more than 10, 15 batches are running. So I'll be keep on not thinking about those batches. So I would have forgot. So that time you have to keep pushing so that I can. Okay. All right. And then we have the capstone project. This I'll give you in the end, wherein you can try to work on the entire thing. This is what I told. I'll be giving you some, real-time data, and you can work on that. And after that, I'll be guiding you on PL 300. Some interview questions are already there. These interview questions I have collected from my students who've gone for interview from internet or some companies have asked some HRs to give. So I've collected everything and some 500 plus questions are there. I'll share that with you people. You can use that. So that actually have helped many people to finish their PL 300 as well. PL 300 is nothing but it's a certificate for Power BI. Okay, it's slightly complex, but it's not that difficult. You cannot clear it. But the thing is, if you really want to finish that, let me know. I have all the dumps. Don't pay for anything outside because they actually charge us 3,000, 4,000 or something. Don't go for the paid, dumps and all. I already have. Even if the latest one, I'll try to get that for you people. Just use it. Don't again go and spend money on that. Okay. But for the vouchers, you have to bear that. It is 4,800 plus some GST is there. That you take that. I'll see what best I can do to help you to clear this PL 300. Okay. All right. So this is what I have for the entire Power BI classes. In this, we have so many other things, say different data sets inside the cloud. Just wanted to tell you what are things you'll be learning, the main topics. Okay. All right. So now what we'll do is we'll try to open our Power BI and we'll just have a glance on how actually the Power BI layout looks. Why? Because just we see all this theory and all those things. You would have heard these things. So many YouTube channels are there. They would have already told. But what we'll do is practically we'll see how this Power BI actually looks. We'll try to understand the layouts today. At least do that so that from tomorrow we'll start working on the data itself so that we'll not waste much time. Okay. All right. So what I'll do, I'll go here and I'll try to open the Microsoft Power BI. See, I have this desktop. Okay. Can you see this? I have the desktop. I installed this, 15 days back. So it's the latest version. Okay. If you have not installed or say you have installed say 6 months or 7 months back. Okay, 6 months or 7 months back, install it again. No worries, it's free. Okay, make sure that you have the latest version. Let me click on this. It will open now. You can see that we are trying to open Power BI desktop. This is desktop. You know what is desktop? That is offline. It will take some time. Restart my system. It's a little slow. See, can you see that it is the different logos. They started with this, that B, whatever is there. They started with that, then this one, then again they change the color. Then now what we have the 3 bars. But you know what? You check the latest Power BI logo. It is very close to our logo. But you know, one more thing. My logo was created in 2012. Now don't say that I copied. Yes or no? Power BI came in 2016 end, say somewhere in July, not end, somewhere in July, but not that too for the public. So mine is 4 years seniority. See, correct, no? This is what my logo, not exactly, but yes, similar. That's what I was very happy when I saw that logo. Right. Okay. So this is the layout. Okay. So fine. So we'll go a little slow here. This is the Power BI, what I just opened. Okay. If you have older version, they have a different layouts, but now this is the latest version. You just see this. You have the layout here. Okay. So here we have all the various different data sources where we can connect and get the data. And here we have what is Power BI intro. If you click on this, it will take you to the user manual tutorials. So you can also go and learn. They have given their own tutorials also, but there will not get all these tips and tricks and all. It's like a user manual. You take a product and you see that how they actually it will give that instructions on how to use that, right? So like that we have. So if you want, you can go and you can refer that as well. And here you can see all the projects what I have worked. Okay. All the projects what I have worked that will be listed. How to enter this particular Power BI. Okay. Can you see this blank report? Yeah. If you just compare this with any other MS Office application, same thing we can see. You go to MS Excel, blank work. You go to PPT, blank presentation. You go to Word, blank document. Understood? Similarly, here we are creating reports, it says blank. Now let me click on this. Once I click on this, I'll get this. Okay. Now, let's try to understand this layout. So today what we'll do is we'll try to understand this layout so that it become easy for us to start working practical. That is directly we'll start working on importing of the data. Okay. Right, people. Now, this is my Power BI desktop. I will take one notepad and we'll make a list of things, whatever is there. Okay. Let me reduce the font size here. Okay. Let me just say Power BI layout. Power BI layout. Can you see this on top? There is one ribbon here. See this, the strip is there, right? That's called as the ribbon. Exactly, even in Excel also, we call it as ribbon only. Okay. The first thing is ribbon. The ribbon will be classified with the different tabs depending on the task. Depending on whatever operations we do, the tabs are classified. Can I say this? Home, insert, modeling. In Excel also, we have similar kind of thing. Home, then we have insert. Yeah, same, almost same, because there the operations are different. We have formulas, page layout, and things like that. So whatever is there for Excel, it is there. Whatever is there for Power BI, we have the tabs. So this ribbon will have tabs. In each tab, we have groups. Can you see this? I'll go to insert. Can you see visuals? This is one group. Then AI visuals, one group. Then we have Power Platform one group, Elements one group. They get classified. So inside tabs, we have groups. Then each group will have commands. Exactly. All the MS Office application will have same thing. Okay, done. Now these are commands. This one, all these are actually commands. Okay. Next. Next is, can you see this? We have something here. Some buttons are there. These are called as views. We have 4 views. Let's go here. First one, report. Second one, table. Third one, model. Then we have tags query. Okay. Let me move my cursor here. See, report. Let me move my cursor here. Table view. And here, model view. And then tags query. This is not required for us. Think you are working more on tags, you can use this. But I'll explain what actually it works. If you want, you can use that. Otherwise, you can ignore it. Not a problem. It's been implemented very recently. Now, what this report view will do. Okay. Now, what I'll do, let me just show you. Okay. Quickly, what we'll do is I just try to take some data. Don't worry. I'll explain how to import the data. As of now, we'll just see how we can actually understand these views. For understanding that views, we need to have some data. Okay. Just trying to import the data. Just trying to import the data here. Done. Okay. So it loaded all the data. Now what I'll do is I'll just try to explain all the views, how they actually look. First thing is the report view. What you see here, this one is the report view. Now I'll just go here, click on this. People, again, I'm telling, I'm just trying to show only the views. Okay, I'm not explaining about the reports. Don't get confused. Region and that's it. Can you see this? This is called as the report view where I can create the reports, multiple reports. You can create any number of reports you want. This is where we'll be creating the reports. Next, table view. Whatever table we have imported from any data sources, that will be available here. So we can read the data. Understood? Yes? Okay. Next, we have data modeling. I was talking about data modeling, right? Data modeling is what? Connecting data from various different sources or from different tables. So what is data model? Say here, I have only one table. If I had multiple tables, then I can go and keep connecting. This is data model. Then we have this query view. So for this, we need to have some queries and all we have to write. So here we can go and check whether it is proper or not, whether we can optimize it or not. So we can do that. Don't worry. I'll explain this once we come to that particular chapter. Okay, done. So we understood those 4 views. Report view is used for creating the reports. Table view is to understand the data what we have imported. Then we have this data modeling where we have all the data which we have imported from either different tables or from different sources. We can connect it. Okay. Done. Next. This part. Can you see the dotted line here? It's called as canvas. Okay. The canvas. So what is canvas? Let me explain. Canvas is the area, the workspace where we create the reports. Okay, can you see this? I have this dotted. Okay, so you can create all the reports within this canvas. Okay, right. Next is towards my right hand side. You have something called as pans. There are various different pans. Let me show you pans. What are those? First thing is the filter. By default, is the only pan what you can see. This will help me in filters. Remember that filters, splicers, and drill through I mentioned there. This is the one where I can filter the data. Okay, just see. I'll show you some very interesting thing. Quickly, we'll see. I'll go here and I'll take state. Okay, I have various different states. Fine. Now, here I'll go and try to filter. Say, see, understood? We can filter the data like this. I want top 10 states based on sales, top 10 reports, right? I've seen people, what they do, they'll write formulas, tax functions. Now, I'll tell you, there are many easiest ways to do. That's why, you should learn all the options the proper way. Few months back, I actually gave a test to get the top 10 companies, something like this. What that fellow has done is created one DAX function where he's filtering all the top 10 values and then he's creating the reports. Not required. What should I do? Let me show you. See, let me clear this. I just want the top 10 states sales value based on sales value. Go here. Can you see this top 10? Click on this and say 10. Based on which column? Sales column. What I'll do, I'll take this sales column and I'll put it here. Apply filter. Oh, how much time will it? 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute. For this, those people writing, DAX, again, they'll call that function. What all they'll do, not required. There are so many tips and tricks like this, I'll explain. Okay. So, people, I'll tell you, whenever you work on something, make sure that the result what we get, we work in a very simple way. Don't complex it just to show others that I am expert. Most of the experts have this thing in their mind. They'll try to make things complex so that others should not understand, and also they make others feel that yes, I know so many things. An expert is a person who makes things very easy, not the one who make it everything complex. And tomorrow he will come and he himself will not understand what he's doing. Never do that. Take 1 day, complete day, plan, execute that in 10 minutes, enough. Sitting whole day in system and keep on working on something, nothing is working, and mess up. Again, once again, the same reports comes. You have to sit for the whole, repeating the whole task. Okay. All right. So I was just talking about pans. Here I have the filter pan. Okay. Apart from this filter pan, there are more other pans. I'll go to this view and can you see this? I have this show pans. I have so many. I'll just remove all this. Okay. Nothing is there in this strip here. I'll go click on this data. See, I'll get this. Then I want to build format, bookmarks. So each and every pans has got various different tasks what we can do. Can you see that? Now I'm not able to see my canvas at all. Right? Because I opened all the pans. I have to go and minimize everything like this. See? Understood? Instead, what I'll do, I'll go here, pan manager say show only one active. Show only one active pan. You just observe this. Now you see, I'll click on this data, right? Now I'll click on this one, build. See, understood? Only one pan at a time, not multiple things. If you want multiple, then you have to change the option. Understood? There are various different pans. When they come to that particular chapter, I will explain. Okay. Now, next comes the desktop view or the mobile view. See here, I'll click on this mobile view. It shows me how this mobile view looks. Okay. Now here I'll go to this. If you create some visuals, so I can go here. I can take this. Let me just see. So we need to have the visuals here. See this one. Okay. Drag and then just trying to create this how it looks in the mobile. Okay. Usually we don't do this because we actually use a direct link itself. So you can do that. Otherwise, suppose if you think that you're developing something only for mobiles, you can usually for tabs and all, you can do that. Okay. All right. Usually I'll work only on desktop layout. Most of the people will work on desktop layout only. Mobile very rare. Okay. Can I say this? Page tabs. See, you can insert the pages. There is no limits for this. You can insert any number of pages. Okay. Next, the zoom bar. Can you see here? See, if you want to zoom, see. Okay. Then we have fit to page. Let me click on this. See, again it will come back. How much ever you zoom bigger or small, it will fit to page. Okay. Again, we have settings here. So don't worry about the settings. This we'll learn in detail. Then we have all the power. This is something like Excel options we have, right? But same thing, we'll have the settings here. See, anything you want to enable and disable. Okay. That's all is your layout. If you understand this, over. Power BI is done. Over. Now you're expert. Okay. So people, I'll tell you, this is what we have in Power BI. Seriously, it is very simple. Follow those steps. I'll give you this document to people in the Telegram channel itself, so you can take this. All this actually work or something. I just made a list of topics and then I put that into ChatGPT and I got this. Okay, and people start using ChatGPT. It's very good actually. The people don't say that if I use the ChatGPT, what will happen? I will not become expert or something. Tell me, are you still counting manually? If you should say, for example, now I have so many numbers. Are you counting it manually? You use calculator, correct? Or you use Excel file or something. Why? Because we have that option. If you have the option, why don't you use it? The people say, "Oh, ChatGPT, you're using." I know if you actually do some wonderful reports, they say, "Oh, I know you use ChatGPT." Then what are you done? If I know only, I can use ChatGPT and then I can finish. Yes or no? So don't hesitate. Everyone are using. Even I use. There is no hesitation. People, I'll tell you. Ultimate thing is anyone will ask the final output. How you did, no one is bothered now. Ultimately, you have to finish the task. You copy, do whatever you want. You pass, that's all. You think that's the right example? Huh? Don't copy. You have to pass. If you have that confidence, you pass. Otherwise, copy and pass. I actually started one book, my school days. I stopped it actually. I didn't have time. You know what is the book name? Control C, Control V. The caption is how to copy in school and pass. I actually started because I was very good in copying. Okay, that was just a joke. Okay, but seriously, I was copying. Right, people. So I'll stop here. Okay, tomorrow we'll see various different data sources, how we can import the data. And again, people who have come for demo, you can still come tomorrow also. But for people who have already registered, you can continue. So this is a continuous class. It's not that this is only for demo or something. This is a actual class. Last week itself, I was supposed to start because most of the people actually requested that they're coming this week, so I had to postpone. And last week we had a very nice session actually about data analytics, data and all. If anybody wants, you can go to my YouTube channel. You can check. You get a complete idea of what data analytics is. Okay, and people, we have launched one new, say, landing page or say some courses actually. That is, I'll just show you. This is for, okay. So this is called as data analytics and reporting preview program. So people I have seen now, okay, the current trend, most of the people actually take online classes or say online videos. They say that they'll queue for 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, or say, even some people are giving for 200, 300 rupees and all. But again, they don't know what actually will be there. Then finally they feel that they are being cheated or say they don't have the right materials, right? So what we have done is we have come up with one this thing. So to people, even if you want to take some courses from us, let it be any formats, online, offline, or say the complete data analytics package or something. If you still have any doubts, because from last 2 months, I'm hearing many people coming and saying that they paid, 80,000, 90,000, or say they paid, 20,000 not to various different companies and they're being cheated because no classes are happening. So for that, what we have done is we come up with this data analytics reporting where you will get 7 days complete classes, whatever is there, complete all 25 courses you can see here. Okay, so all these courses, it will be completely free. If people can access that, you can work on that. Complete access will be there. It's not the trial version or anything. Complete 7 days, you'll have the access. In that 7 days, you can do experiments, you can work on that. Anything you do. Finally, if you feel this is good, then only you can enroll. Or suppose if you already have trust, because some of them have come by reference or something, then you pay the fees, it's good. Otherwise, if you still doubt on us, let me know. You can still have this 7 days trial, work on all the technologies, everything. And then once you feel that, yes, this is really good, then only you can register either for your just videos, self-learning or self-paced learning, or you can go for the essentials or the complete career accelerator. Anything is your wish. So this initiative I've taken so that I've seen some people giving some institutes giving free trial or something, right? Where they give 1 or 2 demo videos and all. It's not that. It's a complete course for 7 days. You can take, you can go through everything, whatever is there. From 25 to 26 courses are there, so you can explore that. After that, if you feel it's good, then only you can get back to us. Okay, so this you can go to itsinc.in and you can see that, or if you want to just message Suma, she will give the link so that people can actually access the work on that. And after that, you can get back to us. Okay, all right. So people, I'll stop here. Now it's a question time. First, what we'll do is we'll try to take the questions from online so that those people, once it is done, then I'll log off. Then I'll get back to you people. If you have any questions, anything, no problem. You can ask me. I'm there to answer. Okay, right. So people online, any questions you can ask me. Okay, everyone drop. Only Shiva and Chetan. Any questions, please ask me. I will answer. Shiva, Chetan, any questions? If you don't have any questions, no problem. You still have, continuous classes are there. So you can ask the questions later also. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask. Two people, questions you can ask. But if both two are there, I thought there are many people. All of them have got dropped. Okay. All right, Chetan and Shiva, I will log off. So same time tomorrow, we'll catch up and we'll continue with our practical classes. Okay. Thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.